Welcome to TLC for the Soul podcast, where soul meets spirit. You have entered into sacred space. I'm your host, TAMI Chambers, and I'm here to help you shine. Now let's get going on this podcast journey. Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the podcast. We are going to do something impromptu today. Well, it's not really impromptu because it's impromptu to me. So I wasn't going to do anything today. Typically I do like to record stuff on Sundays, but it's just weird right now. So I didn't. And I was going about my day, and I kind of had a feeling that maybe I needed to do something. But anyway, right about midday, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron were like, you need to do something. And I was like, they wanted me to like go live on YouTube. And I'm like, I don't want to go live on YouTube. So I'm like, I want to do something for everybody. And it's going to be an activation. That's all I know about the 1010. And I'm leaving it very impromptu. So before we do anything else, my guides are already here, but I want to do our little invocation. And if you clicked on this podcast or this YouTube video, you obviously know you're here for an activation. Otherwise, you wouldn't have selected it. But you just want to affirm again that whatever's coming through, you know that you're ready to hear this, that you're in an open and receptive space for whatever messages are meant for you. So I'm wrapping us all in love, light, and light love, and inviting in the guides who would like to show up for you on this episode with these messages for the 1010. It's really begins, I'm recording this on 1010. So it really begins now and goes out for quite a while, they're saying. So I have Archangel Metatron mostly speaking through me. The Lords of Karma. This is a very specific time portal right now. This particular 10-10-21 gateway. It's a very specific time portal, a very specific activation. Lots of karma being unhooked and lots of new beginnings coming through. Doesn't really matter when you listen to this, you're going to get this activation whenever you need it. So if by chance you're not ready at this particular gate, then you've come across this whenever you are ready, and the dates that you listen to it are somewhat irrelevant at this point. So I've asked the guides to kind of move my lips, if you want to put it that way, like move my lips and say what needs to be said, because a lot of downloads came through all day today, and the activations in this podcast are for very specific people that are going to be guided here to listen to it. So not supposed to be paying attention to view counts and algorithms, which I don't typically anyway, but I'm paying attention to any of that. Just knowing that if you're here, you were here because you were guided to be here. Okay. So I'm going to be drawing some cards, and if you've listened to me before, this is somewhat of a listening exercise. I don't want you necessarily to be looking at me, because I want you to be listening to this with your eyes closed. So not moving about, because with an activation, you're supposed to be getting downloads. So there could be light language coming through. But I am going to pull some cards. So just for fun, because I like doing cards. I don't necessarily need the cards, but I'm kind of standing at my altar space, and I'm just going to pull out the Bubble deck. These are all my decks. All right, Twin Hearts and Shaman's Drum, and a couple of others will probably come out. I'm just going to pull from whatever they want me to pull from. You don't necessarily have to see the card right this second, although I am going to put a pic that'll be the thumbnail for this video, will be probably a goofy picture of me and the cards that were pulled today, if you need to see those. I'm kind of walking around my studio space just because I want my higher self and Archangel Metatron to guide me to whatever I need to be doing next in this activation. It's very hot today, so I'm trying to cool off too. All right, so what do you want me to do next? All right, they want me to pull a card to get started, and then they'll move my lips. I'm not a ventriloquist, right? They're like, it's just like, I just want the messages of the highest importance to come through, and I don't want to ramble too much or get into diatribes, which, you know, guys, I can do that. All right, so I'm on Shaman's Drum. So what is this activation? What's the first step or the first part of this activation? For those that are listening, what do they need to know? Okay, they've left some cards in my hand. I have 2 cards from Shaman's Drum. So I have Brave. So this is a card about courage. In this particular deck, when I created it, the guides that helped me create it, we're talking about an Indian brave. So the picture is of like an Indian brave on a beautiful horse out on the prairie. And the card says, he who loves, he who fights, he who rides. But it's the energy of an Indian brave. So like a peaceful, well, they weren't peaceful back then, but like a peaceful warrior, a warrior spirit. This is a card of courage and confidence and kind of fighting for what you believe in. So I'm going to lay these cards out. Trying to have some spooky Halloween sounds going in the background. So we have the Brave card. So in this case, like, be brave. And then the other card, oh, I love this card so much. So this card is Forest. The trees hold the answers to all you need. And the reason I love this card so much is there were a few cards in the decks that are my own personal photographs. And this Forest card is one of my personal photographs that I took when I was on vacation up in Bend, Oregon. So what do you want me to say about Be Brave and the Forest? They want me to draw one more card from Bubble Bubble. I don't know how long we're going to be here, friends, so just settle in, get cozy. And the next card is Happiness. You are in charge of your own joy. And they're having me pick up the I Spy Treasure Hunt book. If you followed me for a while, it's the same I Spy that has Brighty Isle and Rockaway Point. And they're having me turn to a picture, which is all about kind of light coming in through a crack in the shadows, coming in through a crack in the dark. And they're showing me a key. This is one of those I Spy books which has like a lot of different things in one picture and you have to kind of find the different things. But in this case, they're pointing me to a key. So the key. This is about the 1010, you guys. They're like, we know, keep going. So you're asking to be brave, have courage. This is scenario number 1. So in scenario number 1, whatever that means to you, you're being asked to be brave, have courage. Don't they always tell us to get outside? Get outdoors, get into the trees, do what brings you joy and happiness. Like, you guys, these are such standard generic messages. They're saying that that's just the key to everything. That is the key to everything. And as it pertains to this gateway, way back when, at the beginning of the year, I channeled in all of the quarterly overarching topics for the year. And this quarter, starting this month, the end of the year, was renewal, release and renewal, unhooked karma, and unleashed possibilities. And all year long, if you've been following me, and me personally, my own personal journey has been playing out through these different themes. And I haven't really talked with you all about October very much. I just didn't really feel like coming on and doing an October video. They're saying you're being lackadaisical. Whatever. But This month also had, the last 3 months we've been dealing with signs and portents or omens and synchronicities. And again this month when I made the October calendar sheet, what was channeled in was unhooked karma and unleashed possibilities, but miracles and omens again. And I read a very long but very jam-packed with channeled information astrology report for this 1010 gateway and beyond. And there is so much about karma being released. So relationships ending, new relationships beginning, relationships of all sorts. It could be people relationships, it could be career relationships, it could be relationships to different outside external threats, they're saying, in your life. Lots of things ending, like you've done your time and you've done your quote unquote time. Oh, it's like a prison sentence. It felt like it. You've done your time and now it's time for the rewards. All right, they're trying to, so the Pleiadians obviously are here because the Pleiadians have to make me be a little bit more like funny. Otherwise, I'll be way too serious about this topic. But it is, I do feel the energy lightening so much. Lots of things happening. Lots of things happening to support you. There's lots happening to support you. And it all starts now with this 1010, with this Saturn coming out, Saturn going direct later this afternoon, and then a bunch of other planets, you know, I name about Jupiter and Mercury going direct later on, closer to the full moon in Aries. So all these planets that have been causing us, I think Pluto too, all these planets causing us to go in and reflect and renew and recharge and release, and it's like, okay, I want the rewards now. It's time for the rewards of all that work. So be brave. Why do we have to be brave? What does this have to do with the trees and happiness? So I'm going to draw a second set of cards. Bringing me back to Bubble Bubble again. See what else wants to come out. One card came out. Speak up for yourself and honor your voice with Raven Spirit. Which spirit animals are really big right now. They're showing up in very unusual ways. Other way showers are reporting the same thing. You know, spirit animals that you wouldn't typically just see or just kind of popping up. I've had vultures around like a lot flying over. We've had a lot of death energy in the air where I live, which means rebirth is coming. So, okay, they've given me 3 more Bubble Bubble cards that have to go with this Speak Up for Yourself and Honor Your Voice card. So we have Trist, a secret is being shown to you. This has come up before with the third eye and the 3 dice. Bubble, new ideas are coming to you. Pay attention is the next card with a spider web. Oh, yeah, I know where this is going. And then Undead, this is a story card. So hold on. Let me focus on these first 2. So Trist, a secret is being shown to you. So your third eye, I've heard this many times and kind of felt it myself. But this 1010, this activation that you're getting as the 1010, and upon hearing my words and my voice and the guides that are here, is veils are being lifted from your third eye. New information is coming in about higher timelines that are available to you now. And it's not just that they're available to you now. So I saw a very telling card reading yesterday from another way shower, and spiders were showing up for me prior to this, and the spider came through very strongly. And on this particular card, which is Bubble, new ideas are coming to you, pay attention, there is a spider web on the card. And for me, what that means is the fates, it's divine intervention, and what I know to be the fates. So the 3 fates, they're different in different mythologies, but the Greek 3 fates are supposedly 3 women. Like, is it she who weaves, she who measures, she who cuts? Very strongly. Oh, I got so many chills. Yes, that's them. The fates are coming through. So this portal is bringing in divine intervention, timelines that have already been created based on your highest intentions for your highest good, contracts that you made prior to coming into this incarnation. You are now able to have access to those Akashic records and see those timelines more clearly now. So you may have known or had a knowingness or a feeling that something was coming, and you have gotten multiple confirmations that it's something good. Finally, when I said, where's the reward? It's like, now it's time for the reward. You've done all of the the recharging and reworking stuff from your past and healing and all that. And now rewards are coming in. And I always kind of get a little cheeky. I don't even know if it's cheeky, but I always get a little like finger wagging with the guides. Like, okay, you guys always say that, but they're like, come on now. You guys do. You always say that now. Okay, they're going to stop my lips. They're like, just trust that that's what's happening. And they said, don't obviously blindly trust. They're going to show you through portents and omens and small miracles that this is coming to be so. And I am personally, I just have to say, see that playing out. But it's gracefully playing out. It's like sliding in, almost like, why are you guys showing me this analogy? Like when a baseball player is like sliding into base, like sliding into first base, but it's like in slow motion, oh, that looks so good. Like, right, the legs out, and it's going for the bag on first base, but it's just going so slow, and then bam, he's safe. So they're showing it to me like a baseball. There must be a lot of men. There must be a lot of divine masculine listening to this. Why I've got all these male analogies. So sliding into first base. Okay, you guys know what that feels like. Oh, don't show me that. So we can be harketia. This is the first activation coming through. Hen iri ish ira ni an iri katar tikajint hin iri tin chir tetur tiketen tikata hen iri har. Take a deep breath. Okay, you guys are gonna make this like a baseball game? Okay, fine. There's another card with this. Yeah, we're not even done yet with this set of cards. So there's 4 cards in this. So 3, oh heck, this is going to be funny. The first set of cards was 3 cards. This one with the bubble and the tryst and the speak up for yourself has 4 cards. There's a progression, obviously, to what's going on here. So it was a graceful slide into first base. These things are happening with grace for all involved, all right? Because we talked about, I don't know where I've talked about this. I've talked about this in some video. I think it was the twin flame video I did. Grace for all involved. When you affirm the highest and best good for all involved, it's happening with grace. People maybe being removed from your life, but it's gracefully happening, and it's for the highest good of them too. It's not like, in the 3D world when you're like they're like, don't go there, never mind. It's just happening gracefully, just trust that. All right, the last card in this little set is called Undead. This is a story card from the Bubble deck. And the little story is there's a graveyard scene on the card and almost like a self-love or like arms hugging a heart. And it says, Jeremy could feel something touch his shoulder. Oh, the ancestors. He smiled as he saw his grandmother's face in his mind's eye. Abby often watched over her grandson, appearing to him as a small bird, a whispered song, and a soft breeze on his skin. So ancestors also, It's not so much, they are watching over us. They are watching over this. I can't even speak straight. They are watching over us, but what's happening next with these activations and the good karma that's being restored and the restoration that's going to happen for many of you is you've done so much. I've said this before in another video too. You've done so much freaking healing, and it wasn't just for you. It was for your ancestral lines as well. And not everybody comes, this is very rare. Not a lot of people come in to do this work. You volunteered to come in and heal yourself, your own karma, but also heal ancestral lines, ancestral karma. What could that look like? Like, give me an example, right? You may say, like, what does that mean? Give me an example. Like, you hear that all the time. What does that mean? So what it means is, let's say, for example, your family line has a history of failed relationships. So divorces, breakups, extramarital affairs, things where two parties came together and contracts went awry because of personal choices that were made, and what started out as a very loving union ended, woefully. That's such an old-fashioned word. Ended woefully, did not go as planned. One party may have always done something to kind of mess up the trust of the other party, and you now have come in to all the healing work you've done on yourself, plus the fact that for many of you, you'll be taking on a new soulmate, divine counterpart relationship coming up very, very soon, sooner than you realize. They're saying that this is going to heal all that trauma and drama down through the ancestral lines for many, many, they're saying many genealogy, like throughout the family tree, throughout the family tree. So that's really, really nice. I love that. And I am gonna link it. I always love to link her videos because I just at this point, I mean, she's already done it. I just can't do this particular healing better than her. But Amanda Ellis did an amazing ancestral healing video a while back. I mean, it was one of the best meditation healing videos I've ever heard. It was just so good. So I'll have to remember. It's on YouTube if you're not listening on YouTube, but it's on YouTube. But if you want to do some ancestral healing, because probably personally, I don't know really any of my ancestors. Like, I knew my mom and my dad and my sister, and that's pretty much it. I didn't know anybody beyond that because they all passed either bad or I'd never met them or whatever. But this video was really, really good. So ancestral healing coming up. All right, so let's take a deep breath. So I want to weave together like what just happened here. We had being happy, being brave and courageous, doing what you love. We have ancestral healing coming in. We have some third eye veils being lifted around new things coming to you that are fated new things. They're not little things. They're very significant changes. This is not like, I went to the grocery store and I found an extra dollar bill on the ground or whatever. This is like a major, they're showing me major, like huge letters, like taking up my whole field of vision, major life changes. Okay. All right. Now they want me to draw from Twin Hearts for this. We're moving to second base. Oh my God, how do we do that? All right, so our runner's on first base. Oh my God, it's going to be like that song. Can I sing it? Who goes, stop right there. We got to know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me your wife? Do you love me? What is it? Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. That's got a first base, second base kind of thing going on. Duh. Okay, stop that. All right, so Yep. So it got twin hearts, and the first card that comes out in our next little set of cards is a seduction card, very sacral chakra, and it's like a flamenco dancer, and the card is dance for me. What? The bottom of the deck, they want me to look at dance for me, and the bottom of the deck there was karmic partner, and then she knew, oh my God, that it was Billy Tavish who was the catalyst to this awakening within her. Chandra Rose in Rose and Sky. Okay. Chandra Rose in Rose and Sky. Billy Tavish was a karmic partner, but he was a really nice one. Like he was a really nice karmic partner. So why do I need to say that? Because at a higher level, okay, they want me to talk about the higher level, and then are you guys going to get to the dance for me card? They're like, hold on, and let me talk about the karmic partner. Karmic partner. So the higher you go in your frequency, in your soul's frequency, and your, or whatever you want to call it, your ascension or your awakening, you come to realize that no matter how, there you go again. They're having me use the word dastardly. It's the dastardly duo. How no matter how dastardly you thought your partner was, your karmic partner was, at the highest level, everyone is playing a part in a play. Oh my gosh, this goes back to my childhood. I always used to say something like playing a part in a play. Playing a part in a play. Everyone signed up for their part. Everyone showed up. The dastardly karmic partner played his or her part. You played probably the victim role. So it's good. You played the victim role. You played the victim who became the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what they're showing me. And in doing so, it's 222 right now when I said that. 222, my time. In doing so, you fulfilled that contract. Yes, you fulfilled that contract. You did all your healing work on yourself. You made whatever changes that source or spirit or your guides asked you to make in your life. And you can now see, because a lot of these karmic partnerships are ending with this 1010 gateway and all these things coming up. You can now see this relationship for what it is. And that is what happened in this book, so Rose and Sky. Wow, and I haven't even finished that book yet. I better get to work. It's already on a card. You realize, like, you know, that person's not so much the bad guy after all. Like, you can look at the relationship from a higher perspective. You can look at that person with compassion, and you can kind of get to a point of gratitude, like, thank you for what you taught me, because that person just showed up and played their part. Like, and they played it so dang well, right? Like, if you were at a play and you saw that person playing that part, you probably would give that a standing ovation, right? Like, that was job well done, sir, madam. Oh my God. Hey guys. Okay. So the karmic partners, or catalysts, because they came with the role or the purpose of helping you to grow into the Phoenix Rising, have done their part and they're exiting stage left. They're done. You've given them a standing ovation. You're ending relationships, or relationships you're not even having to do anything at all. You may be ending, some of you may physically be like ending something, but others, they're just going to like gracefully fall away. The fates that we talked about earlier have stepped in, and they're just going to like gracefully move these people out and like slide new people in. So what does this have to do with this dance for me card? Because this is very seductive. So what do you want me to do? All right, they're having me pick up the Labyrinth of Dragonshire deck. Is this one? All right. So this is going to be too many cards to take a picture of. 3 cards came out. The first one is an L, the very first card in the deck. And it's interesting, it's card number 1. It's the very first card in the deck. And it's a portal door with healing. But it's why did you leave me is the card. I'm saying keep going. So there's why did you leave me? Then there's an N card. Maybe these initials mean something to somebody. There's an L. Then there's a card with an N on the front with 2 eyes and a number 8 on the back. And it says connect with the spirit world. And this is an October debt. Never mind. This is 10-8. Connect with the spirit world. And then an S card, Desire Rises, the number 2. Why? Desire Rises. So Desire Rises. So that's what I think this Dance for Me is coming from. Dance for Me card is like desire is rising for this new partner, this new divine counterpart that's supposed to be coming in. Desire is rising, and they are going to reach out to you. Like, you don't even have to do anything. You just have to be waiting there with open arms. Do you know this? Some of you know this person. Some of you do not know them or have been in contact with them before, but you didn't recognize them for who they were. Yeah, all right. Let me pull another card from Happy Cloud. Clear your energy. Oh, because of disbelief. All right. Clear your energy and island time. You need to slow down. So this is all in the same bunch of cards talking about desire rising. Why did you leave me? Yeah, so it's all about like the karmic partner is going to gracefully slide away. And they're going to be like helped away by spirit, by these fates, by this fated energy, this destiny energy that was part of your soul contract that it's just meant to happen. What is fate, right? It's meant to happen. It's part of your blueprint. Like the players are changing. The whole dang play is going to change. So you went to see, give me a play that I love, Oklahoma. You went to see Oklahoma. Oklahoma ended. All the players left the stage. And now all of a sudden you're sitting down to see like West Side. Why are you giving me West Side Story? To see West Side Story or something. I don't know. Like a whole new set of characters is coming in. So there's no sense in this why did you leave me energy. In sitting in like for the old relationship going out. There's no sense in like wallowing and like why I miss this person or whatever. It's like get ready for the new person coming in and thankfully let the old person go with like love and gratitude. Why connect with the spirit world? Keep going. All right, keep going. So we have clear your energy. Oh, because of the disbelief. So, right, I said something like, yeah, right, it's coming. And they're like, do you really believe that this is coming? This is where we get kind of caught up in the disbelief because it's almost like we read too much into it. So when you hop on the spiritual path, things that just happened in your daily life before you were consciously aware of the spirit world just kind of happened. Like fated things happened and they just kind of happened. But once you kind of connected with the spirit world, this is where it's going. Once you kind of connected with the spirit world, then you got all like weird. You got like, you had to like read into everything because, oh, my third eye's open and, oh, I can see the spirit world and, oh, I can channel and I can talk to ghosts and I can talk to archangels and all this. And now suddenly, for whatever reason, you've like disbelieved when your own guides tell you. So before things just happened and you were like, yay, isn't this great? Like there was no disbelief, it just happened to you. But because now guides show up and tell you that something's going to happen for you on your best behalf, things that you've been manifesting, all of a sudden you're in disbelief. They don't understand that. They kind of like laugh. The guides are kind of like, not that they're laughing at it, but they kind of like, because many of them have never had a human incarnation. So to them, that's just so weird. They're like, they don't it's hard for them to understand why that is, why we do that. They understand like what human nature is, but they can't feel it. Although our Archangel Metatron's kind of like, he kind of gets it. And those that have, like your ancestors, get it. But many of them didn't really connect that much with the spirit world either. So it's kind of like a new ground being broken, where we have to get past those of us that are spiritually connected have to get past this disbelief that when our higher self or our guides show up and tell us that something's going to happen, look, just believe, don't like blindly go out. You don't have to blindly believe it. But they're saying they're not asking you to even blindly believe it. They have given you confirmation after confirmation after confirmation, and omen and omen and omen and omen, and synchronicity and synchronicity and synchronicity. And still you sit down and you're like, I don't know if that's really meant for me. And they're like, come on now. I mean, they'll give you as many confirmations as you want. But really they're like, come on now. Okay, so that's the clear your energy card. And then island time, you need to slow down. Oh, well, part of it too. Okay, so the other part is you're missing the synchronicities. It's not even that they're coming and you're like getting in, then you're just believing them. It's like you're just believing that there even are any synchronicities being shown to you because you're not paying attention to them. That there's so many being shown. This is the type of message we've gotten before, that you're not even paying attention. Like, this goes all the way back to the forest card. The very first card is like, get your head out of your phone or your tablet. It's just gotten really, really bad. I have to insert my own personal opinion in here, because they're showing me examples of like, yes, kids are super connected, but they can't be connected if they're constantly like on their electronic devices. You can in a sense, like spirit will show you synchronicities through your social media feeds and all that. But if you really want to get your own personal like messages from your higher self and your guides, you have to like put all that down and get your own messages. So, readers and all that are good, and even listening to me, but to get your own like action steps, you have to put all that down and be able to hear and see the guidance that you're being given. And from personal experience, that means like silence. And they keep showing me this kid again, like the kids like stuck, little kids being trained to like just sit with their face in their phone the whole entire time. So, I don't know, this is kind of like a second message for those of you with kids. You've got to encourage your kids to get off those devices. They're not babysitters. The devices are not babysitters for nature and getting out there and having fun. All right, this is the last part of the reading. They've had me pull some bottle caps. Yeah, they said we're going to take a picture of all these cards. There's no way I can fit all these cards. It doesn't matter. All right. So, this is the next set. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. All right. So we have, these are separate little messages. They don't fit into any particular theme. Some of them may resonate, some may not. So this was just like pulling charms, but these are my Oracle bottle caps. So the first one is drink like a boss. I think that goes without being said. There is a lot of cosmic energy coming through. There's always, there's always some portal. There's always some cosmic energy. There's always some meteorites falling. There's always shooting stars. There's always, Schumann resonance spiking stuff. But it does take a toll on the physical body. And as the physical body is going even through major life changes, it needs to be supported through shock and awe. Shock and awe. You guys said it was graceful. It's graceful, shock and awe. It just needs to be supported. The parasympathetic nervous system needs to be supported through these changes, that the rug is not being pulled out from under you. It's gracefully being pulled away, and a new, better rug is being inserted. But support yourself physically, whatever that means for you. If it's, cozy day with fuzzy socks and slippers and pajamas and whatever it is to make you feel secure that everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's happening for you now. These are rewards. Get plenty of rest, plenty of recharging time, plenty of water. They're saying good water, stay hydrated. It may mean more than water for some people. And of course, the next one is, that's so funny. So the first one was a kombucha bottle cap, and the next bottle cap after Drink Like a Boss is the Topo Chico bottle cap. And that's water, right? It's sparkling water from Mexico. This particular bottle cap, though, in my little bottle cap charm collection is all about joy because it's yellow. That Topo Chico label is bright, bright yellow with red writing. So it's all about having fun and enjoying yourself. So again, it's happening for you. Try to find the higher light and the higher perspective in every situation. So for relationships ending, yes, there is a grieving process in a sense, but we don't just stay there. We don't just stick there. You are not those emotions. You're the soul having a physical experience. You created that emotion of grief. And so you can choose to choose to release it. You can, if you want to sit in it, that's fine. But new things are happening and the guides are wanting to get excited about the new stuff. So you can't get excited about the new stuff if you're like wallowing in the why did you leave me type energy. Why did you leave me? Be it career, relationship, whatever the situation, friendship, whatever. So you can have your, take your grieving time that you want, but then try to get back into the joy energy as fast as you possibly can. And that could involve getting outside, clearing your energy, which we already got that message. So this is the second time we're getting it. Getting away from your devices and go have some other type of fun that doesn't involve the internet. Wow. The next bottle cap is celebrate the little things. So they did say earlier in this message that small miracles were going to start happening first, which are going to lead to larger miracles, larger things happening. A miracle is not always, the Mother Mary statue starts bleeding from the eyes or whatever. That's very specific. Why are we going there? Oh my God, they're taking me all the way back to the stigmatas. So a miracle is not always, a stigmata shows up on the back of your neck. Stigmata has been following me around for a while. I don't know. Totally unrelated. It's not, but it's not for this podcast. Little things can be miracles too, manifesting little things. So the little things could be I went to the grocery store and I found $1 on the ground. Or I got a $2 winning lotto ticket. I don't know what the heck, but it's just helping you build stay in your joy, stay in your high vibe. And so little things like that will happen to help keep your spirits buoyed, keep your spirits up. The next bottle cap is, Thirsty Planet, Austin Brewed, and it has a star on it. So this is more about water, lots of water energy in these charms. This is another one about keeping hydrated. So that's 3 times out of 5 now. And the last one is, I think this is a beer bottle cap. I find some of these, so I don't know. I think it's Bach or something. I don't know. It has a ram on the bottle cap. It's a lot more yellow and red, more yellow and red color with the ram or the Capricorn type energy or the working hard, which they're saying it's not really working hard. It's like you don't even have to work hard anymore because you've done all the hard work. And now again, they're taking you back to that's time for the rewards. So fast. Okay, so that is all that they have. That's a lot. A lot came through. activations could happen in many ways, not just the light language. Something I said could be a trigger for you to take action. Even me saying take action is an activation for you to take action on something that you're supposed to be doing next. Now, some of you listening to this, all right, so this is not for everybody, but some of you listening to this are the person that is supposed to step forward and do some sort of communication as part of these fated counterpart relationships. Holy smokes. So this is a coded, hold on. So what that was for those of you that are supposed to take action in a divine counterpart relationship, that was, and mainly it sounds like these are divine masculines, those of you, that was a treasure map. I'm calling it a treasure map activation. I don't know if every one of you got the treasure map activation way back, but that was a sacred key that was just delivered to your Akash to open up the treasure map, and now you will be guided on what steps you're supposed to take next in this partnership. So that's all they're saying. So you just received a key code activation. You will start to, in dream time, receive divine guidance on what you're supposed to do next. Dream weavers are coming in to work with you. You're supposed to document whatever comes up in your dreams. These are my dream walker people. So you're very good at remembering, recalling your dreams. A lot of information comes to you in your dreams, so you're supposed to pay a lot of it. I wish I was one of those people. I don't remember mine, but you're supposed to pay a lot of attention to your dreams because dream weavers are coming in to, so many chills. Dream weavers are coming in to help you with next steps on your path to a divine partnership, and that is all that I need to say right now. All right, so now are we complete? We're complete. All right. So everyone, I want to thank you so much for joining me here for this 1010 activation. What's next for you in this now? And I guess we will see you all again soon in the next episode. Take care. This episode has been brought to you by Mugwort Mavens. You know who you are. All those not so normal people out there who just are a little bit more magical than some of our other worldly folks. Mugwort Mavens is here to support you with whatever your magical needs are, be it a sprig of mugwort, a mandrake root, or a blessed belladonna flower. Come to Mugwort Mavens for your magical needs.